Whenever you feel lost or confused in your life, or you just feel stuck, like you don't know what to do next, you don't know how to proceed, maybe you've taken advice from many different people, from mentors on the internet, from your parents, your teachers, you've read books, and you just have all this advice in your head, but still something doesn't quite feel right. It still feels a little bit stressful. It feels forced to continue. You're still dissatisfied with the way things are going, and you're just confused. To be frank and to be honest, you're just confused. You just don't know what to do next. Where do I go from here? What do I do? How do I proceed? I'm lost. I don't know what to do. This is completely normal, and you're not alone, actually. I coach many people. I've spoken to hundreds of people at this point, and this is a common thread, a common thing that all of us deal with, myself included, is this constant feeling of confusion, lostness. I don't know how to get my needs met. I'm afraid about what might happen to me next week or next month. I don't feel secure. I don't feel safe. I don't feel taken care of. It's difficult for me to surrender, to trust. I just don't know what the best course of action is to move forward in my life. Maybe it's just in my spirituality, in my business, in my relationship. But really what we're talking about is just in your happiness in general. I don't know how to feel good, how to do what feels fun, what feels natural, without so much forcing and stress and attachment. So in these scenarios, I've tried many things, okay? I've been doing personal development for 8 years strong, and I've read hundreds of books. I've tried on many different philosophies and teaching styles. I've done a lot of Buddhism. I really love Buddhism. A lot of New Age stuff, a lot of Christian mysticism, a lot of business teachings and strategies I've tried, a lot of dating strategies I've tried, a lot of diets, dozens of different diets. So I have a lot of teachings in my mind, and I can guarantee you that there is not one teaching that will be applicable to every single present moment. You see, because as human beings, this is really what we want to do. We want to find that one teaching or that one perspective, that one book, that one religion, or that one business coach, or that one person, or that one collection of ideas that we can worship, and we can grab it, we can possess it, we can buy the book, the deluxe edition, and we can carry it with us wherever we go, so that in whatever situation I find myself in, I have the answers. I know what to do. I'm clear about how to be happy, how to proceed, how to be myself, how to be fulfilled. I know what to do because I found the one canonical answer. And I just want to tell you, as a human being who is literally a human sponge, I absorb hundreds of perspectives. I've actually learned too much information, lots of stuff, and I love it. It's fun for me. I keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it until I die. I love learning new things. But This searching for like this one teaching to like fix your life forever, that doesn't happen. And the truth is that you're never going to fully know what to do. In any moment, you're never, ever going to have the 100% guaranteed security that you are doing the right thing. All right? Listen to what I just said. You're never, ever, 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 ever going to know for sure that what you're doing is the right thing. But there actually is a way to know. But it's not a conceptual way or a mental way. It's not like an idea or a philosophy that I can present to you here. It's more of just a basic sort of rudimentary, fundamental listening to your inherent intelligence, your inherent intuition. So here's the thing. On my journeys, on my studies, I've discovered that every single human being is so different. I've done deep dives learning about just your personality type. You as an individual are so unique compared to your friends and your family, the people you talk to, the people you see online. You are so unique. You have such a unique profile of strengths, weaknesses, different proclivities, biases, things that you're good at, things that you struggle to see. Some people, it's so easy for them, but it comes difficult for you. Life experiences, preferences, passions. You can even talk about soul experience as well, if past life experience or whatever it is. But we are so different, so different. And every single situation you find yourself in is different. Every moment is different. Every day is different. And there's so many factors. There's like literally the planetary alignments can and do affect your mood, your energy. What's a good thing to do? What's not a good thing to do? The weather. Did you get enough sleep last night? What kind of food are you digesting? Do you have a cold? So what are you feeling? What emotions are running through you? What kinds of things are you processing? So there's so many factors in any given moment of unique combinations of variables that it literally makes no sense to think that I can find one business teacher or one spiritual teaching that will fix all my problems forever if I just devote my life to it for the rest of my life. Now, that doesn't mean that a certain teaching can't come to you at the right time, in the right moment, like a certain book can kind of catch you off guard, like right in the right moment. When you need it, it can sort of appear for you. And it can almost grab you and to the point where you can't put it down because it's like, it's filling your soul with the info you need at that moment. But the problem is when you cling to it and you attach to it, then it might not be relevant tomorrow. This is so important you understand this. The info that's resonating, that's changing your life, like today, recently I've been reading this Buddhism information written by Shantideva. It's called The Way of the Bodhisattva. It's this energy of like, go away and live in a forest. Just drop everything, like get rid of all your stuff, like just bring a bowl to beg for food and just give up all desires and possessions and just go sit in the forest, and that's your life now. And my soul, I love this. I love this idea. I love thinking about it, contemplating it. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it like that, in that way, but I don't know what it is. I can't explain to you logically why I'm reading this book. It's just deeply resonant to me. Okay? And the way that I found this information that I need now in this moment to give me clarity now is by the process of just following what feels good in the moment. So yesterday, I was chilling out. I was actually wanting to go for a walk. So I took myself out. I went to the bookstore. I took myself on a little trip to the bookstore, and I was browsing the books, and I had this idea that I was going to buy this Buddhist book called What the Buddha Taught. That's what I was desiring. So I followed my excitement. I just followed what feels good. There's no like attachment involved. It's just like, what do I want to do? Okay, let's go do that. So I'm walking to the bookstore. I go grab What the Buddha Taught, and then right beside it is this other book, The Way of the Bodhisattva. And I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know this book existed. It was right there at the bookstore. So I grabbed it, I opened it, and the first few sentences were like, oh, like, oh, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's like they touch you like in that way. You're like, fuck, like I need this right now. Like this is for me right now. So I ended up buying that book instead of the book that I came to the store for. So in this kind of weird way, like I wasn't expecting to find this book. It just kind of came to me, right? Through following my intuition, what feels good, what feels right. So yeah, I decided to purchase it. Been reading it today. And it's giving me this information of like, go to the forest and just be a homeless renunciant. Now, again, this doesn't mean that I need to actually do that or I actually need to like attach to that information. What I'm saying is the information can kind of teach your soul certain priorities, certain ways of thinking, certain energies almost. It's like there's certain energies that are being given to you. But that doesn't mean you need to like attach to it and cling to it and take it so literally. You can kind of just like take it on for the moment, but then let it go at the same time. Like maybe it's not relevant tomorrow or the next day. So all of this is connecting. So Adam, what do I do? Okay, Adam, I'm confused. You're confusing me even more. What the fuck do I do? So I've found on my journeys, studying hundreds of different perspectives, I've found that there is no one thing to do. In each moment, there is a relevant sort of way, a relevant teaching to deal with that moment. But one principle that I've found works the best, I'll share a couple principles, but the main principle that I find helps you to progress in your life, helps you to feel good, helps you to be aligned, feel satisfied, be honest, be a good person, be truthful, and just move forward in your life, is to surrender attachments. So, surrender attachments, number one. And then just kind of do what feels right in that moment as it flows. Okay, so I'm going to break this down. Like, how do you actually do this? So, surrender attachments, this can look different for everyone. Something that I like to do that is very simple is I like sitting on the grass. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, taking a deep breath. And really just connecting to my internal world, It can be my feelings, my body, definitely connecting to my body. I like sitting cross-legged, my spine relatively straight. But again, you do what feels good for you, but we're connecting to my internal world, connecting to the thoughts, and really not clinging to what's going on, letting it sort of process through you. I like paying attention to my breathing. That can be very helpful and soothing. But when you notice yourself like attached to something, like, oh, I need to get up, I need to go to work, or like I need to like do this thing, or I need to like get this thing done, or I have to do this right now. So the point is that you don't do that. You surrender attachment just for now, just for 30 minutes or just for an hour, okay? Doesn't mean you can't return to that important thing later on in the day. But I think this is what Shantideva is talking about, the way of the Bodhisattva. This idea of being a homeless renunciant. What it's teaching me, and I think what you can learn from it, is this idea of like give up the need and the desire for gaining fulfillment in the future by getting something. You can actually practice this in practice by sitting and allowing yourself to surrender. Surrender need, surrender control, surrender your need to force things, to fix things, to fight, to make sure everything works. Surrender the need to be famous, to be respected, to be productive, to gain pleasure and profit. To gain love and approval and status, to appear good, to have your shit together. Just give that up. Just be the person who doesn't have their shit together. Okay? But just be honest though. Be honest with yourself. What do you really want? What if the thing you really want is just to be quiet and peaceful? To sit quietly with yourself and to have the freedom to not be so forceful with your life, to really accommodate your experience, to allow things to flow through you. So sometimes when I sit on the grass and I'm meditating, I exert myself a little bit because it feels good to have a little bit of discipline, right? Doing what feels good. Feels good to discipline, to be sharp a little bit, you know? In the same way where it feels good sometimes to work out, to do some pull-ups, because it just feels nice to be on your edge a little bit, to push yourself a little bit, to go after your goals a little bit. Feels good, right? It feels good to do that. But sometimes it gets to a point where it doesn't feel good anymore. Now it just feels stressful. It feels forced and tight. claustrophobic, like you're stuck. Okay, so now surrender, let go of attachment. Okay, give it up. Give up. People will say, never give up. See, even just saying that, it makes me feel tense and stressed. Okay? Never give up. You can give up sometimes. So if give up and let the next thing flow through you. What's the next exciting thing? Okay, you've been working on your website project, let's say, or you've been working on your thing. Okay, now it's really stressful and you're stuck. And okay, if it feels exciting to kind of keep going, then keep going. But if it's like really stressful and you hate it and you're more excited to like go outside, the birds are chirping, it's sunny and you rather just go outside, just go outside. And surrender the attachment. The attachment to, but Adam, if I go outside, I'm not going to meet the deadline. Or then I'm going to be a homeless bum, if I give up. My business coach told me to never give up, ever. Right? Yo, relax is what I'm trying to say. Chill out. Like, it's fine. Like, even if your whole project fails, it's okay. You can always become a homeless renunciant in the woods with a begging bowl. So this is the energy that I think Shanti Deva is trying to tell me. And the energy that I've been trying to tell you for a while on these videos is like, you don't need it to work. You don't need the project to work out. You don't need things to go your way. I want you to imagine everything fails. See, a lot of times, even in the hero's journey or just in your life, some of the most profound experiences I've had of clarity is when everything goes wrong, when everything fails. The project fails, your relationship fails, your money fails, everything fails, your family fails. Sometimes when you're at rock bottom, you actually get more clear about what's actually truly, honestly important. And you realize that your clinging and your attachment to all these material things is kind of stupid because your body's gonna die very soon. Very soon, your body is rotting away. Now, this doesn't mean, well, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna like soften that blow. I'm gonna be honest. Soon you'll be dead. Your actual skin will rot. The flesh will be peeled off your bones, and birds will come and pick at your flesh, assuming you're not embalmed or put in a casket or whatever. But you're gonna rot. Your bones will turn to ash and dust. Then what does this project matter? Or this relationship, your relationship partner, their body will rot as well. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes you need to come back to nothingness. You need to come back to like the truth of like your body is impermanent. Your worldly endeavors are impermanent. They're transient. They're here today, gone tomorrow. Even your house, you think, I'm going to get a house and I'm going to own it and it's going to be mine. Yeah, what happens after you die? Can you bring it with you as your body decomposes to the other side? So I say this to you to assist you in understanding how important it is to surrender attachment to outcome. Okay, attachment to outcome creates forcefulness. Okay, when you're forceful, another word for this is aggression. When you're aggressive with yourself or with other people, you need them to be a different way, or you need yourself to be a different way. The forcefulness and the aggression. I need this. That it cuts you off from the spontaneous flow of the moment. And that's how you really manifest your desires or whatever you want. Manifesting your desires is not about getting that specific thing. It's about surrendering all attachment to externally gained satisfaction and realizing that when you're conscious, when you're present, when you're in your body, in each moment, you still are free to simply follow the flow. Do what feels good or peaceful or exciting. What's the highest, most exciting, most amazing, most inspiring, most beautiful thing that you can think of, or that you can feel, or that you can do right now? Think of that, or feel that, or do that now. And let it go. Don't attach to it. Don't think, well, if I need this now I need to think of it all day, every day, because it changes each moment is what I'm trying to say. If you think like, okay, so, I'm visualizing this dream scenario that I want, and now I need to just make sure I keep doing it every single time, and I gotta attach to it and cling to it. No. The point of doing any visualization at all is to attune your mind to the highest good that you can visualize, so that you can maximize feelings of inspiration, well-being, so that eventually you can drop it and let it go and just be present, so that you can be sensitive to the energies that are actually flowing in and out. You can surrender and trust that as you just do it feels good, and follow the flow, the information you need will come to you at the right time. The people you need to meet will come to you at the right time. The scenarios, the circumstances, the resources, the sustenance will come to you at the right time, in the right way, as it's needed, when it's needed. As long as you're not so attached to getting it. And you're not expecting the channel of which it's going to come. You don't know how it's going to come. It's mysterious. So this goes back to the beginning of the video. When you don't know what to do in your life and you're confused, good. Stay there. Be more confused. Don't be less confused. People are always we don't like the feeling of confusion. We want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. What I'm saying is, don't do that. Be even more confused. Go into it. I'm so confused. I'm like completely, like I'm so confused about who I even am as an existential being. I'm confused about what reality even is. I'm confused about science. I'm confused about everything. I'm confused that all the things I've ever been taught are even right. Because once you kind of be ultimately confused, you take it to the extreme, then what's left over when you're not trying to bank yourself onto conceptual thought constructs, you're not trying to lean on them to give you support and security? What's left? When you don't trust any thought constructs at all of them confuse you. Everything's confused. I'm so fucking confused. I don't know what to do. I don't even know who I am. I don't know what's going on. What's left? It's just a flow of sensation. So relax, let go of attachment, just do what feels good now. All right. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful for you, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I make videos like these with the attempt to be helpful for you. You can also come chat with me for free. You can book a free call in the link in the description. And I have a private community of clients that I work with every week, and I help them with their creative development, with their passion, with being authentic, being themselves, being aligned in the moment, following your gut, following your heart, trusting that it sustains you. And just feeling good and not being so attached. So if that's something you're interested in participating in, then you can book a call at the link in the description. I'll talk to you, we'll meet, and we'll see how it flows. Okay? I'll let you know how it works, the price, and all that stuff. Okay? So thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video, and bye!